These are my top 9 tools that I use all the time for all my sewing projects to make them look the best they can possibly be, because quality over everything. And I want to share them with you today while I make a cover for my laptop. I have to go north this weekend. It's only like a 2-hour train ride, but I want to take my laptop and edit on the way. And I don't have any like pouch or bag or cover of any sort. So I thought we can make one today, and while we make one, I'm going to show you each tool one by one that I use all the time and I swear by. I'm going to use this scrap fabric that I have. I think it's wide enough to just make a simple little pouch. It's actually really cute. It's like a little simple cotton floral with, it looks like blueberries, but it's totally not. But because it's just quite thin cotton, I had this idea to actually try out this batting, and this is actually something I've never done before. It's like quilting batting, so I think it'll add a little bit of cushion to protect my laptop because shit's expensive and I don't want to have to pay for a new one. But I think it'd be kind of cute. We're gonna see how this goes. I've never done this before, but always time to try something new. The first tool that I always use no matter what is this ruler. It's a special drafting ruler. It's 18 inches. I still work in, what is it, imperial inches and stuff, because that's how I learned and that's just what I know. But it does have centimeters on the other side, which is handy for me when I want to like translate a measurement, so I get used to centimeters. I really need to learn centimeters. Like obviously I know them, but to visualize, I can't visualize centimeters. Pattern is ready, super simple, just like a rectangle. But we're gonna cut out the fabric and the batting, and this brings us to the second tool that I always use, which is my pattern weights. This one's a cute little iron. I actually have 3 of them. I thrifted them for only like, I don't know, €3 each. I don't pin my patterns on the fabric when I'm cutting them out. I just find pinning is way too time consuming unless it's like pattern matching my fabric. Like you saw in my previous video of making the jacket, if you don't have pattern weights or you don't want to buy them or you can't thrift them, just use something really heavy but relatively small so nothing like shifts when you're cutting, and it's just so much easier. Okay, it's all cut out. And you actually already saw me use the third tool that I always use, and of course it is fabric shears, fabric scissors, but a really good pair. These actually, I'm not gonna lie, are good, but they're not the best. I actually would dream of having those like big tailor shears. Those are the ones I want, but I can't find them here yet, so I have to find them online. These are definitely working for now. They're nice and sharp. I've never done this before. Quilting, batting. This is all foreign to me, but I'm just gonna sew on the very edge. And then I think I'm just gonna make a grid pattern of stitch lines because that's cute. Why not? Look at all the lines. Can you see that? It reminds me of a little puffy jacket, and I think it's so cute. Let's add stitches the other way. And then I'll show you the next tool, which I only learned of it probably 5 years ago, and it's a huge game changer, especially for straps, very thin straps. These are the 2 little straps that I want to make. I'm just gonna sew them in half and turn them inside out. Using the next tool, which is the strap puller. It's a little piece of wire, but it is very handy, and I'll show you how it works when I need to pull them out. It has a little hook, and then it has this little piece on the bottom just to like catch whatever you hook inside. So here's your strap. You feed it in, and then at the top you hook the edge. You bring it back. That little piece goes up, so it gets stuck in the hook, and then you just have to pull it. Like you pull the wire and then you also push the fabric and it comes all the way out. And you can do the rest with your finger. And there you go. Super easy. I think these are way too long for my project. I want to like probably cut them, but at least I have 2 options. I just sew up the sides and then of course add the like strap at the top between the zipper. But before I close it all up, I want to quickly just add my brand label. I want to get a nice little edge stitch all around the label, and this is when I use my little edge stitch foot. It looks like this. It has this little metal piece in the middle of your foot, so it keeps your fabric 1/8 away from the edge when you're sewing, so it guides it on the very edge so you don't awkwardly go like wavy when you're stitching. This makes your edge stitches look so perfect. It keeps them so straight and consistent. Now the label's on and you can see that the stitching goes like along the edge 1/8 away. I'm just gonna quickly sew up the sides now to make an actual like pouch. I'm honestly just making this all up as I go, like this whole pattern and everything. It's very basic. It's just like a little square, but in my head I'm just like, okay, what should be the next step? Kind of wondering, like, do I actually want to put in my zipper first? Yeah, I do. I do. Now that I'm stitch ripping, actually one of the tools I wanted to show you later comes in handy right now. So tool number 6, the lint roller. This is surprising for me considering I hate stickers. This is like my little bit of a nightmare. I face my fears every day and I use lint rollers. When you stitch rip and you have all those little threads that are so annoying to pick out, you just lint roll them away. We're near the end, but I still have 3 more tools. The awl, this little thing. Usually it's what you make drill holes out of when you are pattern making or cutting out your patterns. You have to make drill holes, you use the awl. But I actually use it for a lot more, like turning out my corners. So when I flip it with just my finger, this is what the corner looks like. But then when I use the awl and flip it out and then pull out the corners like this, look how sharp of a corner you get. Super sharp. It's perfect. We're on the very end, last step, so just pressing our little pouch. But tool number 8 is the ironing hems. This is the hem, and I guess what we call this is like a sleeve roll or a sausage. I don't know why it's named after food, but like it just is, and it's perfect for pressing. I very rarely actually press my garments straight on the ironing board. I always use the hem. You have a way better finish when you're pressing your seams open or get nice curves, like even with the collar. I want to actually press my seams open, put everything inside out so I have a better look at it, and then I'll use my sleeve roll. I'll just put it in, that way I can open my seam a bit better and press it. And the last tool that everyone must have, because it makes your garment and your project amazing at the very end, is in fact an iron. It is very, very important to press your garments. I actually had like a cheaper iron for the first year when I was here and it broke. So I would say invest in getting a good one because it will last you so much longer and the press is just so much better. Another thing I did was I actually bought demineralized water or distilled water because water from your tap has so much calcium in it and it actually hardens inside the iron and will clog it over time and it will stop steaming. This is the moment of truth and I'm really hoping it fits right now. Oh my goodness, I think it's too small. All this work for what? No, come on, Elle. Can I squish it in? Okay, well that's a fail. I swear I know how to like make patterns and something, but the zipper is making it shorter, so I just like can't get it in there. I could fit my iPad in it though. It actually fits my iPad perfectly. And then I have a little pouch for my iPad, which honestly I also needed. Last night after we discovered that this only fit my iPad, I quickly made another one that was a bit bigger, as you can see. And this one actually fits my laptop. I made sure of it. I didn't add the poles, just keeping it very simple, but at least we have one that fits my laptop and one that fits my iPad. So we turned our failure into a success because I learned a different method, which was kind of fun on the way. You also learned about my 9 top tools that I highly recommend that you also use for your sewing projects and get those corners super sharp and the press super well. I'm going to pack my travel pouches and head off to Utrecht, but I'll see you next week.